Lovely cover drive. It's what you can do on the surface. It'll suit the Sri Lankans more than the other two have.
That was up in the slot. Further up from Milne, but got to put it away. There's a big gap at extra cover. The two fielders are square of the wicket. Now, can you keep doing that for a longer period?
And therefore, it's your personal pride that you have as players.
Plenty of pride in that shot. That's set up for him. Danushka Gunatilaka.
Boy, I tell you what, if I'm going to sit here and be neutral, I'd like to see this bloke score some runs. There is something very, very aesthetically pleasing about the way he plays.
But it's going to be very tough for you, Rigas, staying neutral.
Don't know if I can do it, Rusty. Oh, that'll start the improvement process.
That process starts with your attitude, your thought process.
Good shot. Nice shot. Poor ball, leg side half volley, dealt with by Dilshan. 26 without loss.
Chris all sorts from Tim Southey in that over. Short and pulled for 6, and then a half volley on leg stump. Meat and drink for someone of the class of Dilshan. 13 off Southey's over. Great start for Sri Lanka.
Starting to develop a start here at a good rate as well. The Sri Lankans, very early stages, but they're underway. More runs. Now it's a quick outfield. This could run away for 4 as well, and it does.
Some good shots being played out there by both batsmen. And is this the break that this pair at the top of the order needed? Just a few boundaries to fly off.
Well, the impressive part about that shot was it wasn't a half volley. It's back of a length, but he could hit through the line. Shows how good a pitch this one is. That's 148 kilometres an hour as well from Adam Milne. Quality stroke.
They got the momentum, the early momentum. Now it's about building on it.
Yeah, not only these two here starting to develop some confidence and belief. It's also those sitting watching going, hey, these guys are able to get on the front foot the way that we like to play and hit through the line. There's nothing to fear in this surface against the New Zealand bowlers. Over the top she goes. Oh, he hits brightly indeed. Gunatilaka.
Well, thank you so much. Another boundary there. You'll be pleased about that. I'll let you go and sit and enjoy.
Thanks very much, Laura. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, the break might have done no help at all to Tim Southey's bowling. He's looked a little bit ragged in these first few.
I think this has been a most impressive start by Sri Lanka for a couple of reasons. One is the pressure they put the New Zealanders on in the field. They've dropped and ran, taken their singles, brought the New Zealand fielders in, and then they've smashed it past them. So you've got a New Zealand in a ring that isn't quite sure whether to...
Field set. No easy ride. Oh, it's flicked off the stumps. Will go for 4. How did he get that round there? This is taken from middle and off, swinging away.
We saw a couple of these in Christchurch where he just plants that front foot and swings away to the leg side. Middle and leg stump, I guess it was there for hit to be hit. There's nothing in this for the bowlers now. Again, the second boundary this over. Sri Lanka Only get over 9 runs and over this early.
Come back a little bit, or we'll think, all right, fast medium, I'll have a go at it as well. Oh, he goes at it, all right. He goes at it absolutely spectacularly. Goes at it all the way over the side screen.
Oh, 50 up for the Sri Lankans. They're playing better shots. They're much calmer now, the two openers. You could sense hard hands early in the innings, but now it's just flowing. Gunatilaka looking very good.
Well, what do you do? What do you do? You're riding hot. You just continue to ride this wave.
What do you do is right, because again, that's not a half volley. That's a back of a length delivery that he's waited for long enough and hit through the line. Angelo Matthews in the first innings changed his pace a lot. Maybe New Zealand need to move to slower balls.
Very pleased to see that left alone.
What a shot to play first ball. The bowling change made. Bracewell's first ball dispatched clean over his head, over the side screen, 92 metres.
That's a 6 in most grounds. Shorter boundaries, yes. That was well hit by Gunatilaka. Do you think it's his embarrassments that's getting him to play so well? That's been the kick that he'd needed?
That or this pitch being a little bit more familiar to what Sri Lanka's used to. Not a lot of sideways movement, not a lot of bounce. Able to hit through the line, your natural stroke play comes out. Nobody's doubted that this team has skills. Question is, did they have skills when it bounces and goes sideways?
Yeah, you're right with the conditions. But also players realize after a few failures, then there was a catch that he should have taken but took it on his lip, which just strangely motivates you.
Well, the Sri Lankans need to forget about the way New Zealand put together 276, because if they dwell on it, they'll think, well, they got 20, at least 20 more than perhaps they should have. The situation we got them in. Just accept that's the target, and accept that conditions are good for batting, and that's a very gettable target today.
And the idea would have been to see off the first 10 overs, but it's gone better because the conditions have played into the hands of the Sri Lankans as well. But credit to them, they've come out with a wonderful attitude that's allowed them to get this start.
Six gone, 52 without loss.
I found some very happy Sri Lankan fans. Now, this is a bit of a different team to what we've been seeing so far. Are you enjoying it? You enjoying being at Nelson?
Yeah, we are the community here from Sri Lanka, and we are living in Nelson. So we're looking forward to this chase, and we hope we can win this match.
Fingers crossed. So who do you guys think is going to win exactly?
She seriously wasn't expecting a different answer, was she? Because I remember in game in Christchurch, Sri Lanka 8 down, and she asked the same question. And the crowd was saying Sri Lanka on top.
The sunscreen, it's sunscreen, isn't it? It's just a blast of cold water.
What a... cooling them down, isn't it? Change of ends for Milne. 3 overs for 28 to Southey, taken out of the attack.
Oh, that was well timed. Good stop as well.
Nicely played. He waited for the ball to come on to him. Bringing in a lot more control to his game, Gunathilaka now.
Yeah, he does seem to have just found a bit more. He's just settled into this. He's not just whacking. But Milne will charge in. He'll bowl quickly, and he's got to make sure that doesn't pump him up again. That's shot. No, now all that starts to weigh on a batsman's mind now. He wants reward for these great shots.
Heavily populated, that offside field.
Well, Milne's going to come around the wicket, probably looking to make the ball angle back at the left-hander and just take away his room, hoping for an edge through to the keeper or first slip. What a shot. What a reply that is. Forget about the ones that hit the field, it's just hit it over their heads.
Just thought going around the wicket wasn't the way to go, because the angle will be into the left-hander. The field set, and it's across him. Probably have more of an opportunity to contain him, because there's no movement. There's not a lot of bounce. So playing to the hands of the left-hander.
It's great to watch, though. The quality of this stroke play, it's right up there with anything you want to see. Everything out of the middle of the bat. Add some more of that. Pick the bones out of that.
I'm giving him a shot of the day here. This time over the top she goes, and away to the boundary she goes once more. It's 66 without loss. Lost the winning score predictor.
Oh, he's pierced the gap. Smithy, you were just talking about it. That's 50 for Gunathilaka. His first in one-day internationals, and off just 28 deliveries. Exceptional start for him. 75 without loss after.
You want to bowl it quite straight.
Pulls this one. One bounce into the boundary. 4 more.
Quick eye, really quick hands, this fellow. Danger, danger time for New Zealand now. The asking value is under 200, so psychologically they've belted New Zealand in the first 10 to bring it down to its...
Well, that's a great example of what Dilshan just needs to do. There's only one fielder inside the ring on the leg side. McClenaghan hitting the pitch hard, he gets bounce. He can just work it into the onside, easily pick up the single. He can play with no risk for the next 30 overs, like Ian you were talking about. But McClenaghan whacks it in hard. He's not going to hit the stumps. And that's a 1 every time. Pushing hard for 2. High in the air. That'll go way too far downwind. Up into the grandstand.
Well, that's one of the biggest...
Straight to him. Wow, talk about placement. They planned it with Ross Taylor right there. That's a very, very good catch as well. Sharp, and it flew off the bat.
And Gunathilaka is furious with himself, and he's going to take forever to get off this park because he fell for the trap and he's disgusted with himself. He knew that guy was there. He knew Taylor was there. He saw him put there. It was so deliberate. And he's hit it straight to him. The game at his mercy, and he's just given New Zealand a ray of hope.
Gets it into space. and picks up a boundary. So that's a breather for Tirumana.
So that's going to annoy Tim Southey because he thought he might have had him out.
Not aligned to anyone. Oh, he's got that into the gap. Why would you bowl there when you got him all tied up just outside of stump?
Yeah, we're shaking our heads up here. He's bowled well, as have the other boys in this New Zealand attack when they've been full and on a good length. He's proven that his only scoring zones today are when they are short and back of a length. McClanagan's going to miss in that area from time to time. That's the style of bowler he is. But he's only got a fine leg and a mid-on, so not a lot of protection in that area.
Wow. 120 for 1. To get going. 4 more. Dilshan into the 40s.
He knows how to play this part of the game well. He's reined in the aggression, picks off his singles, and then when presented with opportunities like that, the ball outside leg stump, he's just got to help it on its way.
Oh, 4 more. Nicely timed. Dilshan making a move.
Kane Williamson's just moved the deep backward square further behind, so he now hits one in front. And that's what I mean. He plays this area of the game as part of it, the middle over as well. New Zealand made big errors. They lost 5 wickets between the 18th and 38th overs.
50 for Dilshan.
Yeah, well played. Backing up from his opening partner's performance.
Bounces, good pull shot. It's gone a long way in front of square. An excellent pull shot. Tirumana finding his timing.
Quality, isn't it? There's a man backward of square on the boundary, so he had to play it in front of square. Kept his eye on the ball nicely. Good piece of timing.
This time Dilshan goes straight over mid-on. Trickles into the boundary. Aggression here.
Now, he got length he was looking for. Cross seam delivery. Mid-on up inside the circle. Good option. Reasonably safe option. Didn't get it perfectly. Good enough.
That's a lovely shot. Straight down the ground. Timing there from Tirumana. Beautiful on drive. 181 for 1. Yeah, lovely. Just finding some timing, some form. Ball snaking all over the outfield. That's what happens when you mow one way and then the other. The ball just tends to snake as it follows different lines. It follows the path of the way the grass is mown. Be a little bit careful if you're out in the outfield.
Now for Dilshan.
Oh, slaps it so well. Stand and deliver. Don't try the short one to me, he says.
Freebie. He's going at a runner ball. Playing like he's been playing right throughout the last year. Batting through the innings.
It was the short, slow ball, so often used under pressure by a bowler, but that did not fool Dilshan one iota.
You mentioned the old school equation where you double the score at
Knocking sides over. Oh dear. It really is not Southey's day, is it? Welcome back to the bowling crease.
He looks rusty, doesn't he? 125 kilometres an hour. We were talking about Kulasekara earlier in the day at a similar speed there and blast away, but then when they get to this stage of the game, they can't rein it in and then take it deep. From a New Zealander's perspective, we had Nathan Astle, and I think we've got a great example of an innings and how to construct that match-winning innings from Dilshan today.
On that point, going back to Gunatilaka, I thought we saw those signs from him too. He went hard early. Oh, Dilshan. He wanted a single. The New Zealanders look excited about it, especially the fielder square of the wicket who have the best view.
Give me your best shot, please.
Oh, I think he's in trouble. I think this could be a sad, sad end to what's been a brilliant innings. And it is. He's going to be run out.
Yeah. Cheers, Gavin.
Only himself today.
Lord, out on the big screen, please.
There was no single there. He got the early call of no from Tirimana, but had committed a little too much. 91 to Tilakaratne Dilshan. Another wonderful innings from him comes to an end. It's 209 for 2. Been able to come into the game with the ball, but seeing Williamson get a bit of grip, look to slow it down, but Tirimana wants to.
And that'll be 50 for Tirimana. It just took off. Yeah, the no came very quickly. Totally Dushan's fault, that one. No one to blame but himself. He misses out on yet another one-day international century.
Straight down the ground for 4. Lovely use of the feet.
Well, has he been out of form on the tour yet, Chandimal? Or has he looked magnificent pretty much every innings? He's looked in control. He's looked assured. He's a top-class number 4 player and a keeper as well. So you don't expect too much less, but this is glorious.
Oh, that's gone a long way. He's opening up, Tirimana.
Freshen it up a little bit.
Front of square. Gets it to the boundary line. Lairu Tirimana sees Sri Lanka home. But none of them know it.